Hi, I'm Blessing and welcome back to my channel. So guys, it's been a long time, but I'm back. So basically I did film this like life update video like 2 weeks ago, I promise you, but like it was having problems exporting on Final Cut Pro, and I believe like I did everything I can. Sorry if you hear moving, like, so like update, I got a cat. His name is Jacob. He's 5 months old and he's a little baby. Isn't he so cute? So today I'm back with more of a like a kind of in the theme of Valentine's Day. Even though Valentine's Day was probably like a week or so ago, I wanted to film a video then, but you guys do know me that I am lazy, so I didn't film anything. So that's why I'm in like a date night dress with like curled hair, and I'm gonna be doing pinky Valentine's makeup for you guys, even though this is not Valentine's Day. And I'm going to call this video Romantic Rambles Part 1, and we'll just be discussing everything like about romance and dating. So let's get into it. So let's get to chatting. What are you guys' ideal types? Like, leave it in the comments. I just feel like I don't think I have one. Like, I have people I'm like, oh, he's a bit of me, like him, like the person. But then they tend to be celebrities, so I don't really know their personality. But in terms of like, I want to say physique, maybe. I mean, I sound like such like a fangirl, like an army. I really like Jungkook from BTS. Like, he's just peng.
Yes, I saw me like it. Bring your body, come here, make me ride it. Ah.
He's delectable. Like, he just is. Like, have you seen that video of him doing boxing? Oh my God, I'm gonna sound so graphic. Get inside me now. Punch me in the nose. I actually want him to do it. Full boxing glove, full on power. It's what I want him to do. Like, he's so disgustingly attractive. And I don't know if it's because of like Christian you. I don't think I thought of tattoos before, but probably me being like, I sound so moist. Me being attracted to him probably like made me like tattoos more, especially full sleeves. Like, that's something I'm like, hot damn, yes please. Like, I really like full sleeves on men. I think that's what adds to the package of Jungkook. No offense, I can't dress too well, but I don't look like a bum. If we're going out, why do you look like that and I look like this? Something is not clicking.
What's not clicking? What's not clicking?
I feel like even if you're just like a mediocre looking guy, like not overly handsome, just an average looking person, if you dress well, you've already given yourself bonus points. If you're like a person with a normal average face, if you can dress well, I feel like that adds to your attractiveness, right? Everyone likes someone who dresses well and presents themselves in like a nice way. I think I like streetwear, but not too streetwear, because I'm not cool and edgy like that. Do you know what I mean? Sometimes I love a floral dress. Sometimes I love a girly moment, and you're doing up off-white. I sound like such a simp right now. Jungkook, like, his style is like, if I saw him a guy in that, I'd be like, yes, tick, 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 tick. You can be attracted to someone, and that's great for like the time being, but if you don't get on, like, then what do you have? Because polite giggles, like, you can't do that for years, or even or even weeks. Like, you can't just politely giggle. I find it hard to do that. I get a headache if I fake laugh too much. I think I'd like to be with someone who is funny, because I know I am. Not to toot my own bloody horn, but I know I can get a few chuckles out of people. My partner would have to be someone who makes me laugh. I think that's very important. Like, I feel like in Korea, I'm not going back to like the AMBW video, like, or whatever, like saying fetishization, even though some people, I feel like some people are just settling because their boyfriend is Korean, so that's enough for them. So like, yeah, I mean, he's Korean, so like, what else could I really want? babes, there's a language barrier, there's an issue. You can't even tell a joke. My man doesn't understand you, and you don't understand him. Like, that seems like the driest relationship. And also having to explain everything. If you speak each other's languages, then that's great, and if you're willing to learn, and that's great. But I feel like you still need like a common ground at first. Like, you know how you see on 90 Day Fiance? I can't remember what the couple's name is, but he's from Turkey and she's from America. But they've never spoken fully, like, they've never spoken by just like having a conversation. They always use Google Translate. Isn't that so dead?
No ma'am. No ma'am. No ma'am.
You can't even argue without like taking out your phone and doing a... If I were to go out with someone whose native language wasn't English, like, and they weren't fluent in it, or I wasn't fluent in their language, like... Actually, I don't think I could. Like, if I wasn't, like, at least understanding of their language and they weren't understanding of mine, then there's no point, because at the end of the day, it's going to be a constant struggle bus. And then also you've got to think, if you want that person in your life long haul, then how are they going to communicate with your family? It's a bit awkward when you've left the room and he's sitting there with your mum and dad. So, I need someone who is, I want to say dominant, but not like dominant as in like bossy. It's just fun sometimes not to be in charge, you know? Someone who is caring. Because I'm a very caring person. And once again, I don't mean to toot my own horn, but like, I'm literally like, even if you're just like someone who's been my best friend, if I know that you like something, then I'll probably like buy it, or just like I go out and think of it like, oh, like she'll like this, or they'll like this, like I'll get it. And I like to like show my care and love through like, what is my love language? I don't know how to. Giving gifts and like showing people that I care, and I'm very much that kind of person. So I'd like if it was reciprocated in a relationship, because even in friendship, like after a while, like when something, God forbid, when something goes wrong, then you're like thinking, I did this for them, I did this for them, I did this for them. And at the time you're not doing it like thinking, oh, I want it to be reciprocated. But it is nice when it is reciprocated. But when things do come to an end, you're like, rah, they've really done nothing for me, like in that kind of way, or like they haven't done as much for me as I've done for them. And I don't like feeling that way. So I would like to be with a partner who does care about me and does the things that I would do for them. I think that's number one. I love how it's all blended on my forehead, no one told me. And I feel like as someone who does that often, I never learn my lesson. Like, even from friendship to friendship, I never learn to like keep a bit of myself to myself. I feel like, well, I would like it if my friend shares everything with me, or, you know, just is themselves with me. But also like a boyfriend or a partner, sorry, who is sociable but not too sociable. I don't want to hear I'm going out with Michael next weekend and then we have this barbecue and relax. I feel like you guys want to get down to the real, like, and they like, oh my god, like, you're back and what happened, where have you been? I've been stressed as always, and I'm not gonna lie, I've been heartbroken.
Loser.
It's been a tough time from the end of last year until now, and it's my time to kind of realize that I can be by myself and like to try and become more independent and not rely on other people as much, even though I know it's something I fall into doing so easily, like confiding in people that I necessarily probably shouldn't confide in, or still keep part of myself to myself. And that's something I'm going to work on this year. And it's not like I haven't been trying. Like, I haven't told you about the 2 dates I went on last year. I feel like I didn't want to talk about it because, like, obviously I'm like to these people, oh, I do YouTube, like, just because I always feel like if I meet someone online, then I have to warn them before I meet them in person, because I want to be like, this is what I look like in real life. Like, so don't get disappointed when you see that I am not a skinny or a slim, like, hourglass figured black girl. That is not me. So I always feel like I have to warn them. So I have given my YouTube out before. So, like, I mean, it's been months, so I doubt they've been checking on it. Sorry guys, location change because I was filming against the window and me not being smart wasn't taking into account that lighting was going to change, and the rest of the video is very, 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 very dark. So I'm just gonna start from where I think the light went off. I went on a date with a guy called, let's call him Potato. And so we'd been talking on Bumble. When he first called me, I thought he was jokes because he was really dry. But I just thought it was like a funny dry. I didn't think it was like a, oh, this is his personality. But I still thought it was jokes. So we used to speak like 3 times a day, like morning, lunch and dinner. And so we speak for hours, whatever. Not about anything particularly interesting, because look, I thought he was great, but I guess like I was kind of flattered that someone was interested in me. So, but he'd be like texting me like, what are you doing, who are you with? And like he'd call me on the weekends like all the time, thinking I'm actually busy, like I can't talk to you, like, do you know what I mean? Anyway, so we go on a date and he comes to my end. And we go to a cafe, and in the cafe he's making mad eye contact, but not eye contact that I'm like, you know what, wow, like he's exuding confidence, like I love everything he's giving to me. It was making me very much uncomfortable.
It's not even giving what y'all said it was supposed to give. No, I wasted my money.
And I was like to him, you're confident, aren't you, like giving me fucking eye contact like this? And he was like, yeah, like I'm not like those Korean guys who are really shy and like don't have the balls to speak to girls, like da 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 da. And I was like, okay. And he kept on trying to hold my hand like in the cafe, and I'm just like, I'm not feeling it. And he was like, why? And I was like, I just don't like touching. So after I told him that, we went out of the cafe. I was like, I was actually ready to go home, but he's like, let's go to a game board cafe. I was like, no, let me give him a chance, like maybe I'm just being awkward. So we were walking and he's trying to hold my hand. I was like, no, you can't hold my hand. And he was like, why? And I was like, I just, like, my kids are around here, so like, I don't want to do this, like, especially you're not my boyfriend, so, do you know what I mean? But Blessing teacher did this, Blessing teacher did nothing, you know what I mean? Also, like, I just didn't want to hold his hand. So we go to the game board cafe, and he's like, basically on me and trying to like sit next to me. No offense, even if someone's my boyfriend in the future, I don't feel like we need to sit next to each other at a booth where we could sit across from each other. Can't we see each other that way? Why did we have to be on each other? I think it's weird. Anyway, he's like being really weird and he's being really touchy. I just don't like it. Anyway, so after the Game Board Cafe, like the date is over and he's like, oh, like if it's under like 5 hours or something, it means it's a bad date. And I was like, no, it was all right. I just have I have things to do. I mean, it's Sunday, I've got work tomorrow. I mean, I told you he's unemployed and he doesn't plan on getting a job, so he doesn't know about the life of a working woman. And he was like to me at the end of the day, do you want to be my girlfriend? I was like, no, like, I don't know you. And he was like, oh, but like, I thought we liked each other. I was like, well, you're nice to like talk to, but it doesn't mean I want to be your girlfriend. Like, we, as I said before, like, we don't know each other for me to be doing that. Yeah, I want to be your girlfriend. Like, that's weird. So when I get home, he's like calling me, he's texting me, and he's like, he sent a message. He was like, oh, I guess you don't like me. First of all, you're a big man, you're grown. Let's not do that. I was like, I mean, and then like he was talking about like having sex and stuff. And I was like, I don't like to be touched, so I don't want to have sex with you. And he was like to me, oh, let me know when I can touch you then, or something like that. That was the last message he sent. Ew. Which is fucking weird, right? The second date I've ever been on was from Tinder, his cacao, whatever. And we were talking and he just seemed like an alright lad, do you know what I mean? He was asking me interesting questions like, oh, the lace is crazy. He was asking me interesting questions like, do you think aliens exist and all this and this? I was like, ratting. So someone can be interesting then. Like, because all the other messages one gets is like, FWB, friends with benefits. You're mad, you're all mad. Is this how you approach someone and you expect them to like you? Oh? So he's like, oh, I'll pick you up. Yeah, I'll pick you up on Friday. I was like, oh my God, like, oh my God, he's got a car. Like, I want a man with a car because I can't drive. So I like to be driven places. I don't like public transport. It's just the bougie in me, do you know what I mean? Picks me up, I get in the car, I'm like, hi, how are you? And he's like, actually, I can't speak English.
And
Also, you look different from his pictures. I'm not one to shame anyone, but there was a significant difference. but I'm not mean. So I was like, oh, you know what? I can't be like, oh, actually, I don't feel well, so I'm gonna go inside. And I was like, oh, okay, that's fine. Like, you can speak Korean. I'll just speak English to you if you understand. Like, because I can understand. He was like, oh, wow, like, I've never met a foreigner who can understand Korean like that, blah, blah, blah. So we go to a park and we're walking around, and I guess curfew's still here, so he buys me like a strawberry juice or something. And then we're walking and we're talking and whatever. And then, I mean, there's nothing to do, it's curfew. And I was thinking, why are we out so late? There's nothing we can do. All we can do is walk around this park. Then it's time to get back in his car. And then he turns to me and he's like, actually, like, I just really wanted to hang around with you. Like, maybe we can go back to your apartment and order pizza and watch Netflix. Do you think I'm dumb?
Cut the cameras. Dead ass.
No. I was like to him, I don't feel comfortable with that. Like, and he was like, oh, okay, it's fine. So he's texting me normally. And then he's like, oh, like, there's a curfew, so let's meet at this motel and I'll get a motel room and we'll have drinks and we can just talk. Do you think I'm dumb? And I was like to him, maybe another time. But then I was like, and then he was like, no, but like, let's do it. And then like, it came to the day of, I was like, oh, we can meet, but like, not that. And he was like, oh yeah, so I've got the motel. And I was like to him, yeah, I don't think I can meet today, like, I don't want to. And he told me to fuck off. Those are the 2 dates I've been on so far in my life, and none of them have been particularly great. So I'm waiting for a rich man to come and sweep me off my feet. Look at me. Do you see how cute I'd be for a date? But thank you so much for watching. If you're not subscribed, please subscribe. If you are subscribed, thank you for subscribing and staying with me. Thank you for checking up on me, and I hope to be more regular after I move, because I will be living in a central area, and hopefully that will force me to be more social and go out more. And I love you guys. Thank you for watching.